Krishna, Vishnu, Shiva, Durga, Hanuman, Ganesh. There are so many Hindu gods that it starts to get confusing if you don't understand how they are related to each other. But I promise you, in Hinduism, everything is laid out systematically and in an organized way, okay? So after this video, I promise you that you will be clear on how every single god is connected to each other and what their representation is. So let's get started. So in Hinduism, there is one ultimate reality. Every single path in Hinduism points out to one reality, the ultimate, the infinite, the absolute, and we call that Brahman, okay? So that's the one truth that points in the Rig Veda. The Rig Veda says truth is one. The sages call it by many names, okay? So Jesus, Allah, Krishna, Buddha, Shiva, like all these are names for Brahman, this one ultimate reality that every enlightened being points to, okay? But Brahman is infinite, it's extended, it's formless, it's infinite, right? So in our human minds, we live in a material world. So it's very difficult for the brain to wrap our minds around the concept of an infinite and formless God. So Brahman takes form into material form so that we can understand it, okay? So Brahman manifests himself in three forms in the material world, okay? So we have the creator, we have the preserver, and we have the destroyer. So these are the three forms to which Brahman manifests himself. So who is the creator? Okay, the creator is Brahma. Okay, there's Brahman, the ultimate reality, and Brahma is the creator. Who is the preserver? Vishnu. Okay, Vishnu is the preserver, and the destroyer is Shiva. Okay, so Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are the three forms to which Brahman manifests himself. Okay, and we call these three the Trimurti. Okay, this is the Trimurti. Okay, so now Brahma, to create, to preserve, or to destroy, we need energy. We need Shakti, okay? What is Shakti? Shakti is the energy you need to have these three forms produced in the material world, right? So you could say these are the masculine. So what is the feminine? What kind of energy do you need to create? Okay? You need knowledge. What kind of energy do you need to preserve? You need prosperity and wealth to preserve, okay? And what kind of energy do you need to destroy? You need power, okay? So who represents knowledge? Now it's Saraswati. Who represents prosperity and wealth? Lakshmi. And who represents power? Parvati. Okay, so now these three are called the Three Devi. So now you understand, so now you understand Three Devi and Trimurti. Okay, so Brahman manifests himself in three forms, and these three forms, the masculine, require Shakti, which is the feminine, the yin and yang, to manifest themselves, right? So now we understand who is Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Parvati, okay? So now, a side note, Parvati manifests herself in two also other ways. The warrior forms of Parvati are Durga and Kali. Okay, so this is where Durga and Kali are. They are warrior forms of Parvati. And who is in between Shiva and Parvati? Okay, who's here? Kartikeya, or for my Tamil brothers and sisters, Muruga, right? And Ganesh. These are the two sons of Shiva and Parvati. So now these are where they sit, right? Now let's paint the picture a little bit in a way that makes sense, right? So in the middle we have Brahman, right? We have Brahman, and then we have the Trimurti, right? We have Brahman, we have Vishnu, and we have Shiva, right? And then we have the Three Devi. Yes, we have Saraswati, we have Parvati, and we have Lakshmi, right? And this is what we call the Shat Kona. Shat, 6, Kona, corners, right? And the 6 corners of the feminine and the masculine manifesting itself in the world, right? And you'll see that in a lot of yantras. So if you see the yantras here, you'll see here they manifest itself in the yantras. Now, who is Rama? Who is Krishna? Who is Buddha? Okay, Krishna, Rama, Buddha. Who are they? Okay, they are what we call avatars. Okay, avatars are incarnations of Vishnu. Rama is the 7th avatar of Vishnu. Krishna is the 8th avatar of Vishnu, and 9th is the Buddha. Now, this is a little bit controversial. Some Hindus believe that Buddha is the 9th reincarnation of Vishnu, and some believe that Balaram is the 9th incarnation of Vishnu. Okay, that Balaram is the elder brother of Krishna. So now you're understanding this. Rama is documented is in the Ramayana. Krishna is in the Mahabharata. And a section of the Mahabharata is the Bhagavad Gita. Okay? Now, who is here? Who is also in the Ramayana? Hanuman. Okay? So all these are representations, forms of God. All these are just representations so that the human mind can wrap itself around the idea of God, right? Because we are in a material world, so we need to understand form and shapes and figures and stories to be able to connect to ultimately to Brahman, right? And depending on our karma, on our configuration of the 3 gunas, we might be attracted to these different forms of God, right? And through that, just like the Rig Veda says, everything ultimately leads to Brahman, right? Whether you start praying for Hanuman, ultimately you'll find your way back to Brahman. If you start praying for Shiva or for Muruga, you will find ultimately your way back to Brahman. Okay, so this is the breakdown of most of the Hindu scriptures. Of course, this can go deeper and deeper and deeper, but for regular Hindus like you and I, we have a job, we have a family, we have obligations in the world. This map will hopefully give you an understanding of how everything is laid out. Okay, I hope this video made you a little more aware as a Hindu. Namaste. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.